Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. We are back with our first panel of financial institutions, and I work with these bankers every single day as the state's banker. And these people are providing important resources and services to our community. So I am going to start with just having folks do a little self-introduction before we go to panel questions. So why don't we start with Veronica?
Hi, my name is Veronica Cruz, and I work with Union Bank. I am a sales manager there. I've been here for about 2.5 years. Great company, great people. Been in the mortgage industry for over 20 years, and my goal today is to give people a lot of knowledge so that they can go out and take that first step toward homeownership.
Thank you. How about Julie?
Well, good morning, everyone. Almost good afternoon. Julie Davis. I'm with US Bank, if you can see the background. And I actually have been a loan officer for many years. However, US Bank has committed to the education piece and going out to our communities. So that is my current role, and which is why I'm here today. And I couldn't be happier to be on this panel. I'll pass it back to you.
Thank you, Julie. How about Jose? Welcome.
Hi, happy to be here. I want to thank VCCDC for allowing us to participate here. I've been in the business for, 22, 23 years. I'm currently, the Vice President Market Manager at CIT Bank. We're definitely committed to making the dream of homeownership a reality for everybody.
Thank you. How about Orlando?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having us. My name is Orlando Duque, and I'm a mortgage loan officer for Premier America Credit Union. I've been in the industry for the last 15 years and super excited to share some of the values that we bring to our communities. I'm excited to connect with you, connect with other lenders that offer amazing programs, and together share the dream of homeownership with our communities. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. And the man of the hour from VCCDC, Alex.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Treasurer Ma. Happy to be here with you. My name is Alex Vega with the Ventura County Community Development Corporation, and know all of your organizations, your banks doing a lot of great work, and we hope to continue to be able to do that work to bring these resources to the community so that these dreams can become a reality for homeownership.
Thank you, Alex. Okay, so first question for our panel members. How is your financial institution keeping home ownership within reach for low to moderate income families? So we can just maybe go in the order that you introduced yourself.
Me?
Veronica?
Hi, again, Veronica Cruz with Union Bank. So that's a great question as to how any financial institution is keeping home ownership within reach. First thing that we do is we partner with organizations such as VCCDC to put on these types of educational seminars and give all of this education and information to the general public. Union Bank in particular, what we do is we offer a internal Union Bank grant. So what that means is that in the County of Ventura, you can get a grant of up to $6,000 towards your closing costs and or towards your down payment. We also offer another program that is called the WISH program, and that will give $3 for every $1 that you put down, up to $22,000. So what that means is if you put $1, we're going to give you $3. If you put $3,000, you turned your $3,000 into $15,000. I hope my math was right. So that is one of the things that two of the things that Union Bank offers. And again, thank you to VCCDC for allowing us the opportunity to get this information out to the public. As I stated before, homeownership is such an important factor in your legacy and in growing your particular personal wealth. So on to the next panelist. I hope you have something great as well.
Thank you, Veronica.
Can you beat that?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm not sure, but I'll try. At least match it. Okay. So Julie Davis, US Bank, and US Bank is very committed to our low to moderate income group. And one of the things that we have designed and developed is our own product, and it's called American Dream. And that allows for a 3% down payment, which is very helpful when you're a first-time home buyer. That's not required of the program. And just like Veronica, we work with local and government agencies to bring any down payment assistance that we can to that population. The other thing that we love most is working with nonprofits such as VCCDC. We also do, I personally give a lot of workshops with Habitat for Humanity to bring that education to a broader audience. And lastly, something that we are doing that can help in this low to moderate down payment income group is our branches that are located within the census tracts that qualify. We are having those loan officers bring education in those communities so that the community is aware of these programs that make homeownership possible. So that is, that's what we're doing here at US Bank.
Jose.
Hello. So yeah, I mean, as I mentioned in my opening statement, making the dream a reality of, home ownership for everybody is really what we're dedicated to. Later on, you'll hear me talk about one of our programs, which is our $25,000 subsidy program. And what we do is it's basically have to qualify under three pieces. You meet the income limits, you meet the loan limits. And if the borrower is, or the property is in a greater majority minority census tract, we give up to $25,000 towards their closing costs. It's really a powerful product, and it really enhances the borrower's ability to purchase a property. We also have another program which we partner with groups like, down payment assistance programs with the city or other companies or other groups like that. And basically, if it's less than 80% of the area median income, we will give a loan up to 105% with no mortgage insurance on it. So you can see we've created two programs specifically for this particular segment.
Thank you. Orlando.
I want to share a little bit about the credit union culture because I think that's what's our biggest asset in helping our communities, especially in low to moderate incomes. So a credit union is a financial institution who's actually owned by its members. Our communities, our members come in and open savings accounts, do loans with us, and the profit that we make at the end of the year actually gets reinvested back to those members. So we actually may not pay a lot of taxes on that income because that income is actually being invested in our members' lower rates on home loans, lower rates on cars, insurance services, car buying, things that really relate to everything around your personal finances. That way you're not overpaying and saving more towards your homes, towards retirement, towards investments. We're in the communities that we serve. We have 22 offices in Los Angeles and Ventura County, even in Texas, in Harris County, in Houston, Texas. So we really work hard to deliver these services to our clients, provide the education to help them meet their goals. And even if we don't have the specific loan that they're offering, getting them ready to talk to, other great banks that are here today. We're as different as people are different. So I really invite everyone to take a piece of what everyone has to bring today and take it with you, because it's a lot of great value that these institutions bring to the table.
Thank you. So as the treasurer, I sit on the Cal HFA board, and Cal HFA offers first-time home buyer assistance. And what I normally do is I refer people to a realtor in their region or their area that specializes in Cal HFA loans. So that's number one. Do you work with, our state through the Cal HFA program or through our veterans assistance? I've been issuing bonds over the last 2 years to replenish our Cal Vet home ownership program, and just wondering if you all also interact with the Cal Vet program. Anybody want to jump in?
I'll take it. So Union Bank, unfortunately, does not partner with CalHFA, but for everyone that is watching, CalHFA offers what's called a 3% silent second, amongst other things. And what that means is, let's say, for example, you're buying a $500,000 home. What CalHFA will do is they will give you a 3% loan to assist with that down payment. Unfortunately, I'm not very savvy with the CalVet, but what I can tell you is that if you do opt for a VA, and thank you for your services, all of our veterans out there, I think everyone on this panel would offer a VA home loan, which is up to 100% financing. So again, in regular terms, what that means is if you buy a home for $500,000, the bank would lend you $500,000. So I hope that's helpful.
And just to add to what Veronica is mentioning, and that is LA City now is also offering down payment assistance in the form of a silent second. And it's a brand new program. It's the time to speak with your lender about that possibility. I know that we're in Ventura County right now, but and they may have programs that I'm unaware of, but anywhere in LA City, which is very vast,
It's very big.
could, right, it's huge, could possibly qualify for this LA City grant.
So Julie, to speak on that, LA City offers what's called a LIPA program and a NIPA program. So the LIPA is for low to moderate income, and you can get up to $90,000. $90,000 in a down payment. The MIPA is for a little more of the median, and that is up to $60,000. And again, going to exactly what Julie is stating, LA City is very, very vast. The Valley, Granada Hills, Northridge, all of that area, they are our neighbors here in Ventura County. That's kind of close to us. It may be something for anyone to consider.
Absolutely. Thank you, Veronica.
So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing those new programs. So what are some of the barriers you're finding when you are trying to help first-time home buyers get into their homes, or any good tips that you can provide some of our viewers here today?
Treasurer Ma, I'll take that one. I'm going to kind of tie it in with the other part of what the financial institutions are doing to bring homeownership a little bit more within reach for low and moderate income home buyers. I think a lot of the programs that were mentioned are important. You know, it's what allows to give that extra ladder, that extra step in the ladder to be able to reach the lowest hanging fruit right now in homeownership that just seems to be climbing and climbing and getting onto those higher branches. But what we've done is really bringing those all together. How do we combine them all? How do we get every guideline of all of those programs and ensure that they're, as long as they're coming from different pots of money, that they can all be used together to really be able to bring that boost. So when you look at 5 layers of financing, for example, the WISH program, the Cal Home Loan Program, Jose talked about the forgivable grant, $25,000 to cover all closing costs. Amazing, amazing stuff that is available out there and that the vast majority of the population do not know about. So going to what the biggest challenge is exactly that people don't know about these programs, or like Mario and Alyssa, that they think they're too good to be true. Or within the real estate community that maybe they've never worked with these programs before and don't really want to take a chance at this because they might be too complicated. So I think one of the biggest challenges is getting this out to the population, working together, having all the folks on the group right here and all the banks that are creating these programs that are taking the chance to deliver them and to have folks to come out and talk about them is a step in the right direction.
Thank you, Alex. So I'm going to turn it over to you to moderate the last few questions.
All right, very good.
Closest to the ground.
And a big round of applause for Ms. Treasurer Ma, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Treasurer Ma.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, so taking it over, anybody else? What are some of the biggest challenges that you guys are facing when you work with these programs or trying to get these out in the community? And I'm going to go straight across. We'll go with you, Veronica.
Sure. I just wanted to add very quickly for our audience. Alex brings up such a tremendous point. He talked about layering, right? So when you're layering programs, really what that means is you're getting a first loan, then you may be getting a second loan, you may be getting a third loan, and you may be getting a grant. But again, I'll use that $500,000 marker. Let's say you get that $500,000, then you get $22,000 Wish, then you get $6,000 from Union Bank, then you get $25,000 from Jose, and then you get, what does VCCDC offer, Alex?
The Cal Home, the grants,
What's
the Wish,
the amount?
$40,000.
40. Then you get another $40,000. You turn that $500,000 loan into like a $350,000 loan. And what does that mean for you? A lower payment. And you probably are going to be able to qualify. So again, talk to anybody on this panel. It's so important to be educated. Back to your original question as to what are the challenges. I really think that the two biggest challenges when it comes to homeownership, the first one is fear. I think that people are so scared because they don't know what to do. They don't know what's out there, and they don't know what these programs are. Coupled with the second is education. So fear and education. So every single person that is attending today, you are already taking the first step. You're getting over that fear, and you are becoming educated so that you can go out and talk to Alex, talk to Jose, talk to Orlando, talk to Julie, and make it happen for yourself.
Great. Thank you, Veronica. Julie, what do you think those challenges are for you? She talked about fear and people not being informed or not having the education. What do you see as challenges?
And what I see in the type of borrower I love working with is they may not be ready today, but my job is to make sure they're ready tomorrow. So, and that involves working with someone you really trust, a loan officer who's patient, who wants to help you achieve that home ownership. And, you know, you can find that special loan officer that knows this may be a process that takes longer. It's not a quick, you know, turnaround, but let's work together. The fear is so valid, Veronica, and mostly around not understanding the loan process, but many people also have credit issues. There may be income issues, and that keeps them from reaching out to a loan officer to discuss. My point in my seminars is get out from underneath the covers. You're going to be okay. We've all experienced these same issues, and we're here to help you figure out what you can do today to prepare for tomorrow. So I agree wholeheartedly with your points. The other challenge, of course, is inventory. It's challenging in the affordable income range. Our home prices, you know, on average in LA and Orange County or Ventura County are $750,000. This goes back to the point of working with someone you trust, both loan officer and realtor, that have your best interests at heart and will be patient and will guide you through the process to find that home you can afford. So those are my current challenges right now.
Great. Thank you, Julie. And I think you're right. That's very common challenges. So there's a lot of challenges that are happening. Jose, not to talk about just all the challenges, but these are important because it's how we let people know that are listening that they're not alone if they are facing these challenges. Jose, what about you?
Well, Julie and Veronica stole my thunder because I was going to touch on both of those topics. I think fear is ultimately, like Veronica said, is getting over that hump to be able to sit down and actually realize that, you know, you can achieve this dream. Secondly is education. You know, if the borrowers and buyers out there don't know of all the stuff that, like Veronica was talking about, all the grant programs, you know, all the layering and things like that, and the things that they can do, and ultimately financial literacy and showing them how they can achieve this and what the path looks like. But again, right now in this market, like Julie said, is inventory. You know, inventory is driving prices up. You know, borrowers who would have qualified for a $400,000 loan are now having to offer $450,000 and pay the difference. And so it's important that you have an agent that understands the market, that you trust, and a loan officer that's going to take you to the goal line. But what's cool, for example, like with our program, the $25,000, is the borrower, if they had their down payment and their closing costs, they can otherwise use those funds to pay over. So it's really a cool way to get creative with one of the products that we have right now. But again, just to reiterate it, it's inventory, fear, and education. If we can just narrow those two things or three things down,
Yeah.
you know, be a lot better out there for borrowers.
Thank you so much, Jose. Orlando, anything different to that? We're going to put you on the spot since you're the last one, so you're going to have to come up with something different here. What do you see as challenges?
Well, yeah, that's hard to do because, you know, we're all like-minded individuals here.
Yeah.
I think we all work for the institutions that we work for because we're not motivated by making the most money, but we appreciate what these companies have done for decades, and we're bringing them to the community. So I'm going to say the same thing because it is the most common problem. I mean, education, having a goal, having a plan, having a good team in your circle is important. So it doesn't mean just connecting with myself, but it also means talking to Jose, Veronica, and Julie, making sure that you're starting early. I bought my first home at 21, but I started in banking at 18. That was the golden thing that I had in my supporting me, even though I came from a very low, moderate income family who never had homeownership. I didn't have someone to guide me or show me what's needed, but I was very lucky and ended up in banking. I knew what was required as far as my income. I knew what I needed to save for. So that is what I'm going to say. Education's the biggest disadvantage and the biggest key to home ownership. And again, going back to being a good consumer, we might have a jacket that we're shopping for that we go to Nordstrom, we go to Amazon, we go to Ross, and these retailers bring different value. So do all these financial institutions. So me specifically, what I'm having a struggle with in getting our name out is we're the best kept secret in town. We're a credit union. There's a lot of people in our community who don't know what a credit union is, or maybe they have to work as a firefighter or police officer or educator to join those credit unions. But what they don't know is a lot of us are actually open to the public. You don't have to live in a certain area. You don't have to work at a certain place. You just basically go online, shop for them. There's hundreds out there in California and out of state. And there's local credit unions like us who don't just specialize in these communities, but we also lend out of state. So I want to say, all of us here, it doesn't cost anything to come see us and talk to us and devise a plan together. And there's a lot of things that we can offer way early, not only in advice, but other services that we offer that'll help get you to your goals. So
great. Thank you. Thank you so much,
for
Orlando.
having us.
And Orlando, you bring up a good point that you never had anybody that was able to show you how to become a homeowner in your family. You were the first one that did that. I think there's a lot of people that are listening here today that probably have that same experience and are coming here. You went to your banking through your job, that this is a place where they can get that information. There's going to be additional panel discussions and presentations and workshops that could provide more of that information. So thank you. Let's get to the next question, guys. And I think this is, what I did here also is having a team around you. And I think the team that also understands what down payment is. If people are listening about down payment, how do I get that leg up? I'm short on savings. I'm short on down. I have to pay the very expensive rents that are here today. How do I do all of that, still pay my rent, and then work with folks like all of us here, and then still have somebody else on our team that will be that agent that understands these programs to be able to make it happen? So another question that we want to talk about, I'm going to start with you now, Orlando, first, since you're the last one here, and we'll give the pressure to Veronica to have something different here. So be ready, Veronica. What do you think you can do a better job of to present these programs to those that don't know what they don't know? This is where they're getting that information, but what else can you do to provide more of this information to the consumer or the would-be home buyer? Orlando. And just to tell you guys, we got about 6 minutes left, okay?
Awesome. So we're being out in our community where our the members we serve are. So we also are part of these great events to get the word out. And what we're really also working on the back end is being responsible for decades. So one of the challenges with lower down payments is that the cost might be a little bit more with those lending services that you're obtaining. With credit unions, because we were always not for profit, we didn't get into the mortgage meltdown like other big institutions. Our insurance companies who insure our loans, the PMI companies, have amazing low down payment programs at very low cost. And we're working with these insurance companies to also present these offerings all across the country, not just in these counties, but all across the US. So we're really working hard at educating and making sure that everyone knows that these services are easily available online by calling us, reaching out to their local branches. And we're also multiplying ourselves. We're training bankers, tellers to be knowledgeable homeowners so they can also go teach their families, teach their communities. So we're training within, we're duplicating ourselves so that we can help more families.
Perfect. Thank you, Orlando. Jose, what do you think CIT can do more of to get this message out to the community?
Well, I think it's duplicating our efforts, right? And getting out there, being part of the community, getting the word out, being more present in events like this. We definitely are committed to this. I mean, my team in the low to moderate income space, that's our goal. That's what we do. And, we want to make sure that everybody understands what we can do and what our products and programs are, and helping out and making borrowers get down that path and ultimately getting into the end zone, right? That's where we want to be. I think all of us can do more, right? I mean, Veronica probably not, because she's solved so many things, like she said in her intro, but I think we all can definitely do more and want to do more. So just duplicating our efforts, being out there and being part of the community.
Thank you, Jose. Julie.
Okay, I'll keep this brief. Education, but we also need to bring that education to the communities that need these programs. So, and the age range that needs these programs. So I know we have a big social media push. We're on YouTube. We're trying to capture the audience where they are with the programs that we have. So I think we need to expand our traditional approach, especially in light of COVID and how our lives have changed. How do we reach those people? And I think a lot of it is going to be on the internet. And so we've been focusing a lot of effort there. I'll give it to Veronica, because Veronica, you are the rock star here.
You guys are humbling me. That's too kind. You all touched on everything that was so fantastic. Social media is definitely something. I'll reiterate the question: how can we, financial institutions, so this is everyone here that's on this panel, right? Social media is such a major push and a major focus. Very quickly, things like this. I think that the people that have attended VCCDC's Homeownership Fair, is, you can attest to this, Alex, is probably more than in the past when we've had these, face to face. And I think that has to do, again, with the fear. You can kind of hide behind social media, and that's okay. I think one other major thing that we can all do is be the best version of that loan officer that we can be. It starts at grassroots. Just like Orlando, he went out and he created that American dream. I want to tell a very, very quick story. So we have this family friend, and she's not a homeowner yet, right? Younger, and she's very scared. She didn't want to reach out to me. She reached out to other people, and she was, going through all these things and so on and so forth. Finally, she had the courage via text message and said, hey, I really want to try this, and I have some issues. Can you help me? So she did, she does, and she's not that owner today. She's going to be that owner tomorrow, Julie. Yeah. But what did I tell her? Go open an account at the credit union, go refinance your car, go start budgeting and doing this and doing that and doing that. And she is on the steps and on the pathway to do that. And I think that is so fantastic, because it's not only me that will help her. It's not only Union Bank. It's people like Orlando and people like Alex and you, Julie, and you, Jose. So thanks, everybody. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you so much. And with that, what I'll say is, everybody that's listening, you've heard a lot here. I know that we touched a little bit broad brush on all of the programs and the different types of assistance, but I do want to leave you with this. They do work. They are out there, and they do add up to over $100,000 in down payment assistance at times.
Yes.
There are thousands of people out there shopping right now that could potentially be eligible for these types of down payment assistance, but don't even know that they exist. So these do work. These are here, and they are available. So I want to thank Fiona, State Treasurer Fiona Ma, for hosting this originally, for being our moderator. Jose Torres, CIT Bank, thank you so much. Julie Davis from Mortgage Development with US Bank. Miss Veronica with Union Bank. Great people over there and all these banks. We've worked with all of you and all of your programs. Orlando at Premier America Credit Union. Everything that we have, everything you guys talked about. There's a lot of questions here. Please, I'm going to ask the panel to go to the questions on the side to answer some of those questions from some of the listeners that were here with us today. And round of applause to all of you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your institutions to allow you to be here, because they believe in this work. So thank you so much, everyone. All right.
Thank you. Thanks, Alex.
All right. And with that, guys, I know that there's another workshop going on. So let's go back to our homepage. Thank you.
Thank you.